Hi guys, it's Shauna. Welcome into my craft space. I've already started this new project because I thought it was recording and it's not. So I'm making an inspirational little mini journal from this Park Lane Sophisticated Neutrals paper pack. It was from a Big Deal pad that I got at Joann's, normally $19.99, but I paid $5 for it in November. So they sometimes have these on big sales or big deals. And I thought it would be great to make a little quote book for someone who could use a little uplifting. And it has all of these great cutouts in there, like start and don't stop, and you are enough, and you can be anything you want to be the change. Has some cute little note ones that you can just write some notes on. Like this one has some with lines somewhere in here. Choose to shine. I like that one a lot today. So I thought it would be fun to make a little mini journal out of a gelatin box. You can see this was a gelatin box. I cut the sides off of it here, and then the bottom. And I'm going to make this a vertical journal. So my signatures are going to go in up here. All I'm doing now is just priming the surface with some paint. Just because I want to tone down that orange a bit because it doesn't really go with what I've got going here. So I just am choosing some white paint. You can use gesso, you can use tissue, you can just cover it with paper if that's what you have or want to do. But I'm just giving it a good coat of white paint. I might splash a little bit of some pink or peach. The flowers kind of have a peach tone to it. The pink I pulled out just doesn't really quite match. So I'm opting for this white. These papers also have some silver. They have like foiling on them, so I thought that was really pretty. And I do have some silver paint. I could put something on the edges here. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this dry, and then we'll work on some signatures or something and get this going. I thought this was a great little project and a great way to use these little cutouts that you get, and then it'll fit perfectly just like this on most of the pages. So not a whole lot of extra room in there, but you can make these pockets and tucks and pull out little tags to write journaling cards and whatever. So I think it's going to be a fun little project and a great little gift to give to somebody who needs it. So I'll be back as soon as this is dry and we'll keep going. Okay everyone, my paper here is dry. I did let it sit for a couple of days. I've been working on some other projects, so hopefully we'll just fall back into the swing of things here and get this little book to where it's almost ready to go, at least. So it's all dry. I painted it. I did use the t-shirt paint, and I kind of like how it looks. I sprayed some vintage photo distress oxide spray on there, and then I cut my papers. This was a 12 by 12 pad, so I just cut them. I had actually cut them in strips that were too big, so I had to cut some off so that I could fit. I'm not a measurer, so I just kind of held these up. I knew I wanted a little bit of an edge, and I wanted the papers to be smaller than that. So also what I've done is I folded them in half because I'm going to make each one into a little pocket. So once I put it in here, I'm probably going to glue here and around here, and then we'll have a pocket, maybe alternate sides. Could also like fold it up and have a pocket this way on a couple of them, and I might do that too. So sometimes it's nice to leave them long so you can figure out what to do with them, and then as you're working on decorating it, you can cut them to the length that you actually want. So what I'm going to do now, I made a little template because I already poked the holes to sew in these signatures on this one, and so I made my little template. Again, I didn't measure, I just eyeballed this, and this was about how I wanted it. For the book, I left this side straight. For the paper, I creased it where the holes are, so that way I'm going to open these up and layer them all out like this. And there's some ink and stuff on some of these papers, but it's not going to matter because we're going to put all kinds of stuff on them. I think I have 6 papers in each signature, and then they fold in half, so that'll be quite a few pages. Okay, so we've got it all like this. Folds nicely. I've got the one I want on the front and the back. It's all good. So here is where that little creased template comes in. I'm going to put this down in the crease to make sure I get it where it's supposed to go. And I made a little R so I knew this was the right side for me. So on the right. And then you can clip this in place so your papers don't move and your template doesn't move. And then I've got my awl, and I'm just going to poke right through. Watch your fingers on the other side. All right. You want to make sure, I'm continuing to twist it. This paper is a little bit of heavier cardstock. So I'm continuing to twist it just to make sure that I'll be able to thread the needle through there to do a pamphlet stitch. And I got out some beads. I'm going to see if I can put some beads on. Beads are not usually my thing because I can't see to do the fine detail stuff, but I think these ones might be okay. Famous last words. We will see. We're going to try it. My biggest problem, really, if we're being honest here, is that if I drop them, I've got Puppy on the floor, and she decides that it's some kind of snack she needs to eat. Okay, so I've got 3 holes there. My other one is done. And then there's this little template. Now, normally, I would just go in with my little handy crocodile and punch these holes, but it won't reach, so I have to pull out the big guy. But what I'm going to do is flatten this back out, use my pen, and just draw the holes. Actually, this is not a good step. I just remembered I want to put fabric on here, so that didn't help me at all. Good job. Okay, so I picked out some fabric. Let's go back there for a second. And I realized a lot of this painting isn't going to show either, but that's what we do with mixed media. We just make layers. Okay, so I've got some of this extra cardboard, and I think I might just reinforce the spine a little bit since I decided to put fabric on here. See if that fits good. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this down. And then I've got a box of just fabric scraps that I found at a sale, like a yard sale. And I picked out some colors I thought would go with this paper. So you can do this a little bit of a reinforcement on each side if it feels thin. And this one definitely did feel a little thinner. So that's the inside actually. And we'll do one here too because I've got the scraps that I cut off from the gelatin box still left over. Actually, I think I'm going to go this way because it'll be flat. Good amount of glue. Make sure it still bends. And then cut off those ends. Okay, and that's quite a bit thicker than what I normally have it, but I think it'll be good because this is just such a little book and could use a little extra support. Okay, so I found these fabric scraps in my little box of leftovers. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And I wanted to cover the spine. So now use whatever glue you're comfortable with when you're gluing down fabric. Sometimes it will come through, it'll bleed through. So this one has a pretty busy pattern, so I'm hoping it won't do that too much. I'm going to spread this all out. Usually if you have it really evenly dispersed glue, it will look uniform enough even if it decides to come through your fabric. Okay. So I've got it hanging over quite a bit on all sides, and that's okay. God, it's sticky. Go ahead and wrap this up down here. And actually, maybe I don't need such a big piece in here. I could just use like a little bit of a scrap of it, really. Okay. And then that can flip up. Yeah, I think that will be good. Okay. So we'll do this part again. Make sure this is where it's supposed to be. Everything can fold up. Alright, we got it nice and smooth, and then we'll put some more glue on and wrap that over the edge. If you are someone who is a sewer, you can avoid doing all this glue stuff and just sew. And then really you could just sew the signatures in too with your sewing machine, but I am not one with the sewing machine. Even before I had a hard time seeing, so I did get a cute little handheld sewing machine. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out for just for a few stitches that I would need for journals, but we'll see. We'll save that for another video. Okay, make sure this bends. All right, now that everything is all sticky, I'm going to get, so that's what this is going to look like. We just made a little covered spine here, really cute. And we could do it this way, but I'm going to go this way just because I hardly ever see journals this way. But now that I'm looking at it, it might be really cute to do it this way. Once we get the papers in there, we can decide which way I want it to go, because the papers don't have a right side up really. They could go this way or this way, so we'll see. I need my bigger crocodile, and we'll punch those holes. And then we'll stitch in these pamphlets. Okay, so this is the Crocodile Big Bite. And it reaches a 12-inch span. So it's nice for doing areas that don't reach. And it has these cool little feet that come with it, so you can put them on here. Oop. Put them on here somewhere on, oh, it has a little, I get it. There we go. And, oh, that one really has one. There we go. No, maybe this. I think mine is missing a little piece right there that the foot holds on. So, but either way, it will sit here like this, so that's good. Do just what we need it to do. And we want to make sure everything gets punched to our little template here. So I'm going to clip this on once I find about where the middle is. And we'll clip it down here too. And so this one you can choose the 1/8 inch or the 3 16ths, and then it punches the holes right there. So I'm gonna move this little guy back because I need some space. And then we'll just line this up where the little holes are for the template. Punch. Okay, there's one side. And it made really nice holes through everything, so we'll just do this other side. Okay, but this guy, actually I'm going to leave it out because I'm going to want to do eyelets in there. And since I can't reach with the little guy, I'm going to have to do it with the bigger one. Okay, so I think I might do there we go, tweezers. Tweezers always help. I think I might do these rose gold ones. And we need 6 of them. Okay. And I think the ones on the edge I'm just going to do with my little one because it'll reach. And then the ones in the center I will have to do with the other ones. This is already starting to look so cute. Who knew it was a little gelatin box? I've seen some other really cute little books made from candy boxes too. Okay, so there's all the ones I can reach with the regular crocodile. Now these ones in the center I need to do with the bigger one. I could have just left it with just the 2 holes and that probably would have been fine, but oh well. So we'll turn this around, get it to the right one for the little ones. And then you move this to the front. And then it moves that front mechanism up there to do those eyelet smashes in the center. Line it up and smash. Okay, I'll just make sure everything looks all good on the back. Nope, what happened? Did I lose one? That one. Doesn't look like it went all the way through or something. It's just a piece of the fabric. There we go. Okay, so we have 6 holes. We have 6 eyelets. Hopefully the needle I need to use will go through these eyelets. Yes, it will. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna get this off my desk and then we'll start sewing in the signatures. Since they're all ready to go, put this guy back in here. Looks like it goes. Boy. I got this foot on there. Now it doesn't want to come off. There we go. Right back in there. There's the foot spot. Where's the other foot? There it is. Okay. So I'm going to do one signature and then after I get that one done, then I'll go ahead and speed it up so you don't have to watch the whole thing. I just have some baker's twine and then a large needle, and we got our holes so they line up here. And then I'm going to try mixing it up and put some beads on the needle. So I'm going to go down through the center. And then I want to put some beads on here. So I've got some of these really great beads. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do what will fit in here. One. Maybe we'll do pink and then we'll do. Oh boy. Oh no, it doesn't want to fit over the needle. Well, maybe that will decide what we're gonna do. Does this one fit? That one will fit. No, it won't fit. Yes, it will. Sweet. Okay, so there's one of those. And then I wonder if these silver ones will fit. No, not a chance. Okay, so then maybe, does that look weird? We'll do another one of those because it's kind of like a little bit of a dangle. Then we'll do one of this one. And one more of that one that I started with. There we go. And hopefully I have enough of these to do the same pattern on the other side. Okay, so I've got the beads on there. Now we're gonna go through this one, through all of the papers. And we're gonna pull it a little bit tight. Not so tight, we've got the beads all popping off though. And then through here. do that same pattern with those beads. So, this big one. Two of these little dangly ones. Okay, maybe a different one. And then one of these. And then one of those bigger ones by itself without the little dangle. There we go. Hopefully I have enough of the same pattern to do on the other side of these beads. All right, so now we're gonna go back in through the center signature, or the center hole of the signature, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Both the book and the paper. And we'll leave those beads there. Pull it a little bit tight. And we want one string on either side, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this from the spool. Make sure it looks okay and tight on there. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay, one on either side. And we'll just do a little square knot. All right, and you can leave these or trim them off. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, so I'm just going to leave them there. Okay, so now you've seen me do one side. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and do the other side. Okay, so there we have it. I think I'm going to stop there for this video because we do have our book, our decorated spine, and two signatures all sewn in. So the next video will be decorating the book and deciding if I want it to go this way, which I like. I think kind of looks cute, or if I just want it to go this way. We'll see. I kind of like the beads on the left rather than on the top, so maybe we'll just go for this way. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are able to follow along. This is really cute size, allows you to get done a little faster and use the supplies that you have. Like I said, this was just a gelatin box, some scraps of fabric, some scrapbook paper. You could use any paper. You could use printer paper, you could use recycled mail, you could use book page, anything that you have or that you want to use. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and watch for the next one, and we'll get to decorating and finishing it up.